Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for listening in. And my name is Ingrid Reumert, and I am VP for External Relations and Sustainability of the VELUX Group. Just launched its very pleased to share with you at this year's Responsible Business event. We have made a plan for the future that takes responsibility for our past. Before going into detail about our new strategy and our path to become lifetime carbon neutral, I will give you a bit of background. Our strategy is the beginning of a profound transformation. It is the result of over 2 years of hard work where we have looked into every corner of our business so that we know how and where to contribute to a more sustainable world in a genuine and lasting manner. This intensive work has not been led by consultants, but by our passionate employees. And as a result, sustainability will be fully integrated into all areas of our business, our production, our products, our people. It will be central to our business strategy and our operations. Furthermore, we have entered into a groundbreaking 20-year partnership with WWF. It's a partnership that paves the way for pioneering climate and nature action. We call our sustainability strategy, It's Our Nature, and soon you will see why. There are 2 reasons why we have launched our new strategy. The first reason is that the world needs it. Time's up. Our world needs it now. It's time to act. We've entered what the UN calls the decade of action. Our behavior and actions over the coming years are likely to determine the future of all life on Earth. We're all aware of the climate crisis and the devastating consequences of global warming. However, what is often lost in this debate is the impact on biodiversity, also known as the hidden crisis. If we are to succeed in reversing these trends, then all actors in society must play their part, and that certainly includes businesses. And we at VELUX are fortunate because our ownership structure and our long established values gives us the privilege of being able to do more than most. So the second reason is that it's who we are and always have been. Because for nearly 80 years, VELUX roof windows have improved indoor life by letting in daylight and fresh air. It's our nature to develop a solid business model that thinks long-term and of the benefits of society. This mindset was articulated by our founder, Willem Rasmussen, that you can see here in this slide, in 1965. He decided that VELUX should have the objective of being a model company. So it's a statement written in 65 that's long before the benefits of mission statements were taught at every business school. So when you look at this model company objective from 65, you can see that it was built upon 3 pillars of what here 55 years later we now call sustainability: environment, social and economic. I hope that, as you will see, sustainability is deeply ingrained in our values, and we've always strived to act responsibly, but we think that now it's time to raise the bar. Strategy, it's our nature. Its meaning is twofold. Firstly, it's our nature to have sustainability at the heart of our business. And secondly, we want to do our part to alleviate climate change and support the nature that we and all life on Earth rely upon. We have built our strategy just like we would build a house. It has 3 levels: a foundation, a core, and an attic. Our sustainability strategy contains 15 concrete targets which reach into all areas of our business: diversity, inclusion, waste, packaging, circular economy, and many more. In the interest of time, I will not go through all of them, but I would like briefly to highlight a few of the targets, and I think that will show you the scale of the transformation that we will deliver. By far the largest carbon footprint for many manufacturing companies lies in their value chains. And the same goes for us. While 6% of our footprint comes from our own emissions, the other 94% comes from our value chain. We want to eliminate the 6% and become a 100% carbon neutral company in 2030. However, we also want to reduce the 94%, the CO2 from our suppliers, to half its size. This will require sustainable transformation, product innovation, complex supplier partnerships built on trust and common purpose, emission-free transport, strong acceleration of our investments in energy efficiency and renewable energy. Let me put this in a different way. If you bought a VELUX window today in 2020 and another one in 2030, the 2030 window will not only be even better, it will require only half of today's CO2 emissions. Now, just like when you are in a real house, it is beneath the roof in the attic where you can find the best space and you can reach for the stars. And here we seek to pioneer climate and nature action. As I said before, everyone in society needs to step up to address climate change and nature loss. And VELUX is in a position to do more than most. So here's how we are going to raise the bar. We have developed a new commitment for corporate action. We call it Lifetime Carbon Neutral. VELUX has taken an oath to become lifetime carbon neutral by 2041 at our 100 years anniversary. As far as we know, we are among the first companies in the world to take responsibility for not only our future CO2 emissions, but also of those from our past. This commitment is, for now, unique, also unique in our industry. But we hope to inspire others so that it will quickly become far from unique. Let's start with the future. We have listened to science. We will dramatically reduce our future carbon emissions in line with the UN's climate panel. We will re-engineer our products to achieve this and work hard, hand in hand with our suppliers to achieve it. We have joined a visionary club of large companies with the ambition to act on climate change. It is called the Science Based Targets initiative. VELUX has committed to the initiative's most ambitious reduction path, determined to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees. This is the path set out in the Paris Agreement of 2015. When we launched our strategy in September, around a month ago, we were the 275th company in the world to make this commitment. This is how we want to deal with future reductions. But we can go even further, because we will also capture all the CO2 that VELUX has emitted since we were founded in 1941. We will capture and repay our entire historical carbon footprint as a company's operations. By our 100 years anniversary in 2041, we will be lifetime carbon neutral. We are partnering and working with WWF to capture our historical carbon footprint. Whilst the partnership is new, the basis for our cooperation is as old as itself, using trees' unique abilities to capture CO2 from the air. It's far from easy, but it's effective and it's good for biodiversity. Around 5.6 million tons of CO2 will be captured through forest projects around the world. This is the entire carbon footprint of our company's operations between 1941 and 2041. Let me put that into perspective. It's equivalent of around 10% of the yearly CO2 reduction that our home country, Denmark, will need in order to achieve the goal of 70% reduction in 2030. We will fund this landmark initiative. We will capture and repay our historical carbon emissions. And we will not use this gift back to society in any way to reduce or to offset our future commitments. These 5.6 million tons of carbon will not be used in any way to deduct from our reduction path going forward. We expect 5 forest projects all over the world to deliver on our commitment. The first ones will start in Uganda and Myanmar. They will be managed by WWF. They are all concrete projects developed from scratch exclusively for VELUX, and you could even go visit, or maybe more likely, fly over with a drone. We have chosen forests as trees provide one of the most effective carbon capture methods. At the same time, we tackle the loss of nature. And we have chosen to work with WWF since they have both the global expertise and the local presence. And with this, we're really putting SDG number 17 on partnerships into real and concrete action. So for those of you who likes numbers as much as I do, please let me show you this graph. It shows the VELUX Group's carbon footprint since our foundation and in the future. Here you can see our carbon reduction efforts since 2009. You can also see we have how we will dramatically reduce our future carbon footprint towards 2030 to become carbon neutral company. And then you can see that when the forest projects start capturing CO2, we will tip our lifetime carbon balance towards our 100 years anniversary in 2041, becoming lifetime carbon neutral. We hope our actions will be the beginning of a catalytic effect where other companies, organizations, actors in society will have the possibility to follow suit. That's why we're sharing our method and our data for how to calculate a company's historical carbon footprint. Because only if we all work together can we create a more sustainable world. So let me finish my presentation here by showing you a film we have made about the partnership with WWF. And it will show you that our partnership is a plan for the future that starts with our past. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'm wishing you all a good continued conference. Thank you.
Mother Nature is in trouble. That's why we have made a plan for the future that takes responsibility for our past. We call it Lifetime Carbon Neutral. For almost 80 years, VELUX roof windows have improved indoor life by letting in daylight and fresh air. Now it's time to step out of our carbon zone. We will dramatically reduce our future carbon emissions in line with science and ask our suppliers to do the same. But that alone is not enough. We will capture all the CO2 we have emitted since we were founded in 1941. Our entire historical carbon footprint by protecting and restoring forests around the world. So, by our 100-year anniversary in 2041, we will be lifetime carbon neutral. We're doing this together with WWF. They know where new forests are needed and where old ones should be preserved. Lifetime carbon neutral is a new approach, but the method is as old as time itself, using trees' unique abilities to capture CO2 from the air. It's far from easy, but it's effective and it's good for biodiversity. we encourage others to follow in our footsteps, because everyone needs a healthy home, including Mother Nature. It's our obligation. It's our plan. It's our nature.